There's something I need to get off my chest that you're probably not going to like. Oh, I need to shave too. That's a side note. That's a sidebar. But your success is not about you. You think, hey, I'm going to prove everybody wrong. I'm going to make it. And then I'm going to rub it in everyone's face and they're going to see how wrong they were. And then they're going to have to look at me and know that they were wrong. Well, guess what? That's not how life works. And this is coming from a professional basketball player. Somebody who's published books. Somebody who, by all outward appearances, is successful. I've gone viral on social media. All the things that our generation, or any generation, I don't know about any generation, but the modern generation, the stuff that people find successful, I've done. And there are people who are far more successful than I am, more wealthy, you name it. But I've done pretty well, and I'm just getting started. I'm 25. But this isn't about me, and it's not about you either. Your success and your legacy, the stuff that you think is important, is not important. The stuff that's actually important is the stuff that is going to leave, or rather is not going to leave. I was going to say it's going to leave a lasting impression, but it's not going to leave when you leave this world. Because think about human history and think about the average human life expectancy. 75, 80 years, those are the lucky ones. The super lucky ones are the ones who are 100. Now think about how many of those years are you healthy? How many of those years are quote unquote wasted in childhood? How many of those years are you actually affecting the world around you? You have the midlife crisis, you have all these different things, distractions, the early 20s where a lot of people just are focused on carpe diem and just living life to the fullest. How many of those years are you really impacting the world? And I'm not going to be one of those people who's saying, oh, you have to be super productive. Actually, my last video, and I'll link it here at the end, was about me saying that productivity and being overproductive is actually killing you. But that's a story for a different day. And you can watch that video after this one. And if you want more videos like this, then make sure you're subscribed. You know how this thing works. Getting back into it. What are you working on that's going to leave a lasting impression? I got to read my self-help book that's coming out soon. It's called Becoming Yourself. Oop, never said that to anybody. If you heard about it, now you know. Becoming Yourself. I read that to my family last night, and it was such a rewarding experience. Not because I could be like, hey, look at me. I just wrote this book, and it's awesome, and now you're listening to it. That's not why. Of course, it feels good. Of course, achieving something is a positive experience in it of itself. But getting to see how my words impacted my dad, impacted my mom, impacted my lady, priceless. And there's a ripple effect of that. The words that I spoke to them altered their perspective, even if just slightly. And a lot of the stuff I learned from my parents or from my lady. But some of the things are original thoughts or original ideas that they might have not heard in that combination. I gave them a new perspective that they can utilize in their lives. And guess what? They're going to go out and impact other people. And those people are going to impact others. And some of those people are going to have children. And they're going to impact them. Just like my parents impacted me. And so guess what? Now me writing the book, it wasn't about becoming a bestseller. I don't know if that's going to happen. If it does, hey man, great. If you want to help me do that, thank you. But it's not exciting anymore for the status. It's not exciting anymore for the money. It's not exciting anymore for the bragging rights. And I guess that and status kind of go hand in hand. It's exciting for the impact. Because I see, man, if 100 people read this book, it's not 100 people who read the book. These are 100 people who are going to go out and impact others. They're going to share the stuff that I'm talking about with other people. So that makes me feel like I'm utilizing my time on this planet the way I'm supposed to. That's the stuff you need to be doing. That's the stuff you need to be working on. The stuff that's going to impact other people. And once again, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, make sure you take breaks. Make sure you take the time to just do some nonsense. Because that's where a lot of creativity is born, when you're not so serious about everything. But work can be played just the same if you approach it the right way. So I work on my books every single day. That's how I was able to crank out this manuscript within a few months. Obviously, these are ideas that have been brewing for a long, long time. But sitting down and writing just a little bit every day, that's something that helped me to produce something that can impact not just me and my bank account and my ego and my status, but impact people like you. And you are going to impact other people. This video right here, who knows how long YouTube is going to be around, but at least another 50 to 100 years. Who knows where technology will be? And if this is 100 years in the future, let me know. I'm probably gone. But yeah, think about that. The stuff that you post on Instagram without thinking, that's gonna be here. Social media is gonna be a graveyard of content. We're gonna be seeing dead people. A prime example, I feel like Kobe Bryant is still alive. He is so impactful, or was so impactful, that it feels like he's still around today, because his ideas, his actions, his motivational quotes, his lessons, his feats, all of those things outlived him. And there are so many other people like that. And you might say, oh, well, I'm not Kobe Bryant. I'm not an NBA All-Star, NBA Hall of Famer, this, that, and the third. Okay. Think about a loved one who has passed. Have you ever heard their voice telling you something, giving you advice? I know this for a fact because my grandfather, and I don't think this is some kind of spiritual experience. I just know who my grandfather was. And I loved him dearly. And he's somebody who inspired me to even write in the first place. Because he was an author. Because he was creative. Because he went and took the time to make art. And we have a lot of his art hanging at our home here in the States. And it's just a small reminder for me to be more than just what I look like on the outside. My grandfather was a professor. He didn't have to make art. He chose to make art, and that outlived him. The books he published as a professor also outlived him. Environmental law professor, impacting the world. People still read his books. He was no Albert Einstein from a popularity standpoint. He was no Kobe Bryant. But guess what? On a daily basis, when I sit down to write, I think of my grandfather. I don't need glasses. My vision is good enough to not have glasses. I wear glasses when I think of my grandfather. Impacts me. He had a lasting impact on me. This can even be the case while you're still here. I play professional basketball in Europe. The person who inspired me to do that was my father, my dad. He played professional basketball for 12 years, and that's why I'm German American. Wenn du das nicht wusstest, ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen. Anyway, I'm German American. My dad played professional basketball in Germany. I now play professional basketball, or have played professional basketball the last 7 years in Germany. When I'm in Germany and my dad is in the States and I'm thinking about the game, or I'm just living life, his voice is in my head. The things that he taught me, sometimes it'll be things that we argued about, that I didn't agree with. And years later, I say, wow, that's what he was talking about. And I'll talk to other people, younger basketball players, younger people just in general, about life. And I'll give those teachings that I once might have disagreed with to them, so that they don't go down the same roads that I did and learn the hard way. That's what I'm talking about. Being so impactful that you don't have to be in the room talking at somebody to impact them. Giving them the gems that are on your heart, that are in your mind, that you've been blessed to discover, sharing those with people in whatever format it is. It might not be a YouTube video like this. It might not be a self-help book. It might not be anything but a conversation. It might not be anything but a conversation. But guess what? That can change somebody's life. And if you change one person's life, that's not the only life you change. And it doesn't matter if you change their life by only 0.5%. That impacts the world into eternity. So the next time you feel stuck, the next time you feel like your life isn't going anywhere, zoom out. Think about all of the people you've come in contact with in the last year. Think about the different interactions you've had and think about who you could have impacted. And if you can't find anybody that you impacted, then remember that most of the people that you impact, you might not ever meet. There are so many people who wish they would be exactly where you are. And you existing, them seeing you doing what you do, whatever it is, even if it's working in an office, there's somebody who's inspired by you being in that office. And they might see you walk into work. You might be miserable. You might not want to be where you're at. But guess what? That person saw you and said, I can make it. I can make it. And when they do make it, when they do take that next step, it'll be in part because of you doing what you've been called to do, what you've been inspired to do. I didn't want to make content. I didn't want to make content. A part of me did. A part of me wanted to be a YouTuber. Make funny videos, make skits, and I did that. It's a channel called The Off Season. Look it up. You'll find it. Did I Ask The Off Season? You'll find skits for me and my brother. That's fun. It's cool. It's nice. But this, sharing my thoughts in this way, never planned on it. Never planned on it. Sharing stuff that's vulnerable, no. I never planned on doing it because I was thinking about me. I was thinking about me, man. Oh, what if somebody hears it and uses it against me? What if somebody hears it and then I don't get a job playing professional basketball because they heard me speaking my mind? And that still might be the case. But if it does happen, I don't know, hey, my path was supposed to go somewhere else. Because of me sharing my honest truths, not some kind of hyper politically charged stuff, but my honest truths, my honest stories, my honest experiences. If that's what ends up ending my career, so be it. So be it. And I don't believe that reality is gonna come into play or whatever you want to say. But if it does, I'll know I'm still impacting the world, even if I'm not doing it playing professional basketball. Maybe I'm just helping kids around here in this city. That's fine with me too. And I love the game, and I love playing it professionally. It's my dream. I get to live my dream. But I'm not gonna let my dream hold me hostage. And you shouldn't either. That's what I'm saying. It is bigger than you. You making it to wherever you envision yourself to be is bigger than you. Somebody is gonna look at you when you do make it and think, wow, if this specific person can make it and make it through all the obstacles and persevere and stay true to who they were and not listen to the noise, then I can too. And I'm sweating. It's hot out here. It's humid. And I'm getting fired up. But I want to keep these videos short. I've said it before. This is, I believe, day 6, and that's what lets you know I'm having fun with this, because I'm losing track of the days already. But I believe it's day 6 of me making, not filming, not whatever, making and uploading a YouTube video every single day. And I'm glad you stuck around to hear me go on my rant, and I hope it helped you in some way. If it did, I don't really care about the likes. Just let me know it helped you. And if you feel like videos like this will help you in the future, then make sure you're subscribed And I don't know. I don't even know how it works, but just make sure you're getting notified for all the videos because they're coming every day. And if you don't get the notification, make sure you check back and see what you missed because I'm posting every day. So remember, always, the best is yet to come, and I'll see you tomorrow.